Plastic pollution is a major global problem all over the world. One of the main reasons is that the production of plastics is increasing rapidly in the world and makes it difficult for the countries to deal with this problem. Today the plastic is everywhere because it's cheap, strong, light and convenient to use. However, we all know that it can take hundreds of years for plastics to degrade. There is no doubt that plastics pose a big problem such as pollution, causes important harm to humans, animals and plants, as many initiative projects and options have been developed to tackle this major environment problem, but we are still unable to cope with the amount of plastic we generate. Our team has organized a litter collection activity as our small contribution in the fight against plastic pollution. By participating in the cleanup, we wanted to show the community that they are not alone. As a team, we also organized a debate about plastic pollution.
Plastic is one of the main problems of mankind in our time. Every year, 275 million plastic is thrown away all over the world. This is a very serious problem that mankind has created. People and only people can solve this problem, because not only we but also brothers suffer because of this, our smaller ones, almost the entire animal world.
Plastic bags. Every year, people around the world use 4 trillion bags, and this causes the death of a large number of birds and sea inhabitants. Polyethylene takes at least 1,000 years to decompose, and even after that, the smallest particle into which plastic breaks down continues to pollute the soil and water. Over 1 million tons of garbage is dumped into the ocean every year. Plastic bags are thrown from garbage trucks, terribly polluting the environment. When exposed to the sun, plastic releases greenhouse gases, methane and ethylene, which contribute to global warming. Over the past 200 years, the concentration of these gases in atmosphere has doubled.
A good place to start is by buying things that don't have a lot of packing. Then there are things you may not use very often, so you might as well borrow them from someone instead of buying them. Nowadays, newspapers can be read online, so buying the paper edition is not necessary. It is the same for emails, and as a result, it is usually not necessary to print them out. The use of electricity can be greatly reduced by, for example, turning off lights that are not used.
The 3 R's, reduce, reuse and recycle, all help to cut down on the amount of waste we throw away. It is the best way in preservation of natural resources and energy, reduction of air and water pollution, the conservation of the environment for a long run. In addition, the application of 3 R's will help save land and money for disposing the waste in landfills. Joining the 3R initiative in the fight against plastic pollution aims to bring together all the producers, companies and people in the commitments of the reduction, reuse and recycle of plastics. In the first initiative, reduction of plastic waste, here is one of the ways to implement the initiative: avoid single-use plastics.
When plastic trash ends up in the ocean, it breaks up into small pieces under the influence of water, sunlight, and waves, which float there for decades. According to the latest data, 13 million tons of plastic waste, bottles, packages, containers, etc., enter the waters of the world ocean annually.
During our activity day, we also encouraged some people in the streets to give their contribution to raising awareness on the plastic pollution problem. We were lucky to find an English-speaking man in the street and talk to him.
Hello, what your opinion about the ecology?
Ecology?
Yes.
For ecology, I guess you have to save the planet. So for environment, you have to protect yourself and you have to protect the environment. It's good for us humans.
What about you think about the people which just drop about plastic bottles?
It's not good. It's not good for us humans. We all are living here. So if you drop plastics and all other things, it means we are destroying ourselves.
How about ocean pollution?
Ocean pollution is even more serious in its island. So we have to take more precautionary measures. We have to, we have to give knowledge to people.
How we can stop it? You know?
How can we stop it? The most the ways I think to give knowledge to people how to protect the environment and what are the ways. So we just have to give knowledge to people. This is the most important.
What do you think about factories which pollute air?
The factors, I mean the industries,
Yes.
gases.
These pollution oceans and air. We can stop it?
On a governmental level, I think government has to take some strict measures and they have to create some new policies. So the policies should be strengthened and those should be implemented.
Recycling of plastics plays an important role to avoid plastic pollution. It is a two-stage process. The first step is to sort out the different plastics. Once the plastic is sorted, it's thrown into a special garbage bin for plastics. Second is the reproduction, that is the processing of the sorted plastics into new products.